Now, before we get into that real deep, I want to talk about salespeople. You know what? I want to talk about my favorite subject, me. Okay, salespeople. Some interesting things about being a salesperson right here and now. The highest paid working people in most organizations are the good salespeople. Now, when I talk highest paid, things we use to influence people. How do you see fear used day in and day out in advertising, etc.? Who uses fear? Yes?
Limited time only.
Limited time only. Fear. You could miss out at this point. Okay, that's fear. What else? Fear is incredibly overused in advertising. Okay, I'll throw a couple out. Insurance. You know, you don't want your loved ones left behind. Beauty products. You don't want to be ugly. Okay, deodorant. You don't want to stink. You got to buy this. Or the fear is if you don't have this, something bad will happen. And we want to avoid bad, don't we? I guarantee cancer, his mouth dropped open because when I came back into the shop, he was sitting in the chair behind the counter, just kind of draped over it like this. And he says, Scott, you have told me day in and day out that I cannot prejudge a customer. And I found myself doing it, and you proved me how wrong I was. He said, and he elaborated on this with a statement that I want you guys to hear. Okay, he said, Scott, I learned today that when somebody walks into my store with an idea in front of them of what they want, I cannot quote them a price with the mindset that I have to foot that bill myself. And I said, exactly. It's not your dream, Larry. It's their dream. Marketing calendar is a future calendar. Let's say that it's, everything from today forward for 3 years, it's some sort of a calendar. Electronic, paper, doesn't matter. Okay? You talk to somebody and he says, yeah, we don't need anything today. We got that event coming up next year. Well, when next year? Okay. He says something's coming up next year. You go to next year on the calendar and you write that in. So-and-so will be looking for such and such from somebody. Let's make sure it's us. Don't write it in on the date that he wants you to come see him. 2 weeks earlier, put the entry in there saying, in 2 weeks, Harry will be looking for, and on that day you call up, hey, Harry, as I recall, you said to me a while ago that you were going to be looking for 1,000 shirts for the marathon that's coming up for the Chamber of Commerce, and this, and this. Can I come on over and show you what we can do? You just preempted him going to look at competitors. There's no reason. You're the fulfiller of dreams who even knew what he wanted in advance because